24-year-old woman from Greenbay is currently jailed on 3 charges, including first-degree murder. Details released today are deeply disturbing, including how the victim's mother discovered her son. Fox 11's Nick Harrington brings us the very latest.
You're looking at a home on Stony Brook Lane on the west side of Greenbay, the scene where a murder occurred on February 23rd. On Tuesday, Taylor Schabusiness appeared in Brown County Court via Zoom, locked behind a door. The 24-year-old is charged with first-degree homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault.
The facts alleged are extremely concerning and disturbing and go to the violent nature and the grave nature of the offense.
Disturbing on multiple fronts. According to the criminal complaint, Schabusiness and the victim were both high on drugs, the victim dying due to strangulation. Court records show she watched as he coughed up blood waiting for him to die, later saying, quote, "Yeah, I liked it." Schabusiness allegedly removed the victim's head from his body, placing it inside of a bucket, then draping a blanket over it. With horrific details emerging on Tuesday from last week's murder, it somehow keeps getting even more gruesome, as the victim's mother was the one to discover the severed head. The criminal complaint shows the victim's mother was awakened between 2:30 and 3 in the morning on February 23rd from a door being slammed. Thinking Schabusiness had left, the mother went into the basement, and as she was walking up the stairs, she noticed the bucket. After removing the blanket, she saw the victim's head. Schabusiness allegedly told police all the body parts should be in the basement, but a foot or leg should be in a minivan. She is scheduled to next appear in court on March 22nd while being held on an incredibly high bond.
I think that given all these circumstances and factors, that the $2 million cash bond is appropriate. I'll also order the defendant not to have any contact with the victim's family.
Today, the NFL Combine got underway in Indianapolis, bringing together coaches and team personnel from across the league. And we bring in Fox 11's Cody Krupp. And Cody, a lot of those in attendance are asking the question, what's going on with Aaron Rodgers?
That's right, Mark. To say the least, a hot topic in Indianapolis. But today, a little bit of a development in the situation. NFL Network reporting that Rodgers and the Packers negotiating a short-term contract and make him the highest-paid league player across the league. And we're now going to bring in Fox 11 Sports Director Ryan Wing, who is live in Indy. And Ryan, this two-sided discussion is for if and when number 12 does decide he wants to return.
Cody, there were rumors that Rodgers might make his decision on the Pat McAfee show today, which just so happens to tape here in Indianapolis. That didn't happen, and when Packers GM Brian Gutekunst met with the media this afternoon, he had no new updates on Rodgers. Much of the questions he got were just a rehash of the same thing when he met with the local media last week. He did, though, shine some light on a couple of topics, including the fact that he thinks Rodgers will make a decision in about 2 weeks at the beginning of the new league year, which is March 16th.
He's got a very, tough process that he goes through to get himself ready to play every season. It's a big commitment, and he's done that for a long time, and it certainly shows in the results. And I think he feels he needs to do that to play the way at the level he plays at. And so I know that weighs on him, but I think he's going through that now.
One question I asked Gutekunst was how he felt about the team playing in London, which just became official on Monday morning.
In some ways, there's some unique challenges that we haven't had. It's the first time I think we'll go over there and ever. And but at the same time, I know for our fans, it's going to be pretty exciting. I know everybody's pretty fired up about it. I got a lot of texts when the news came out, and everybody's making plans. So, Packer Nation will be, I think, show up strong. And we're going to obviously just get the beginning parts of working through the logistics of that, and we'll see what week it falls on and things like that. So, I think our first thought was, okay, how we can do this best for our football team to play.
Last week, Gutekunst confirmed the team restructured Kenny Clark's contract to create cap space. Since then, they've done the same with Aaron Jones and David Bakhtiari's deals. He said they still have a few more moves to make, but nothing drastic.
We've done the stuff that, I don't want to say was easy, but the stuff that we kind of knew we were going to go about right away. And then I think as we move forward, we'd like to do things kind of as we go more so. And now we'll just kind of, as we go and as things kind of fall, we'll make those moves.
Raylene Helminger is the parent of one of the students who was confined in a small restroom where school officials searched her.
To have this finally brought charges with it today is just an elation for all of us that these kids are being heard.
Superintendent Kelly Casper is being charged with multiple counts of false imprisonment, according to the criminal complaint. According to Oconto County District Attorney Edward Burke Jr., the state found that Casper lacked legal authority to confine students while school officials searched them for vaping devices. Burke did not issue charges before, but after the state got involved, charges were filed. The state has filed 1 count for each student involved in the incident for a total of 6 counts. Burke says the state also found that students did not consent to being confined and were not able to leave or contact their parents. The complaint also describes Casper and the school nurse asking 6 girls to strip down to their underwear while searching for vaping devices. However, according to Burke, the searches were not considered strip searches and charges would not be filed. According to the complaint, the superintendent provided police with certificates showing different trainings she attended. These trainings provided information on where students hide items, how to properly question, having a second person to assist in the search, searching students, and the laws pertaining to school searches.
The district attorney believed that he couldn't prove without a reasonable doubt that it was a strip search, which it is, but it is what it is. But at least there are formal charges brought up finally. And something will hopefully come out of this, if nothing else, awareness. And hopefully get policies changed in schools and so that this can't happen.
Helminger says her daughter has not returned to school
because she's scared to be there.